We were just taking the dinghy to shore to go get groceries or something like that. I think maybe specifically coffee and shellfish. And got to the dock. Brooke's waiting there with some people waiting for us, to come meet her. She just flew in. And there's this guy that she's talking to, or a couple of folks, and a little kid with a big stand-up bass and all sorts of musical equipment. It seemed pretty cool, and they were sitting there chilling, talking at the dock. And get in there and end up meeting these guys, and they're musicians that are part of a festival in Portland, and they're sitting on the dock waiting for a ride to get to this island where they're doing this show. We ended up talking, really nice people, talked a little bit about what we do and what they're doing, and they said, hey, you have a pretty big dinghy, can you help us out? So we gave them a ride with a bunch of equipment off to this really neat island, Fort Gorgeous.
Yeah, we took a bunch of their equipment out there, and they told us that they were doing a concert at 4, or a performance or something. We weren't really sure what was going on. We weren't busy, so we decided to go out there, and yeah, that was super cool.
Time ago, we realized that everything affects everything else. And one of those is the original and current stewards of this land, the Wabanaki people. And we acknowledge that we are on stolen land, taken from people, and we're working to do our best to figure out how do we move forward in a way that honors that and moves forward on this land with these people all here today. And so we're really thrilled to have a non-Indigenous artist, Evan Primo, with Isaac Sillyboy, who is Wabanaki, combining their music together with the sounds of the plants themselves in this kind of oral meditation on what does it mean to work together to create something beautiful, and maybe how could that show us some idea of moving forward.
Greetings, everyone. I'm here on behalf of Wild Seed Project. It's my honor to introduce to you 3 of the residents here at Okasisco Fort Gorgeous to you all today. Sumac, Milkweed, who we are listening to, and Goldenrod.
They had connected electrodes to a plant, and they were listening to the electronic sort of frequencies coming from that plant and using that to create music with a synthesizer. And I had seen stuff like this on the internet, but it was really, really cool. I love that they were mixing different types of music, both indigenous and not indigenous. We were collaborating with native species of plants, and it's a celebration of these things, and a celebration of historically, that the land that we were on, we recognized as native land. But then at the same time, we're bringing in the respect for that history and the respect for that indigenous culture mixed with irreversible introduction of other people and other cultures and other species of plants, if you will, if you want to go that far. And I think that is really funny how we ran into these folks and were invited to this, because it's fresh off the heels of talking to Cheryl Kale with the Waccamaw tribe in South Carolina and talking about that history and what is lost. And that's been a big part of our conversation with indigenous people, is what stories, what history, what knowledge has been lost, and how do we move forward? And how do we bring back as much as we can, and how do we move forward? Especially with so much that's changed.
I thought it was really powerful that he was continuing the tradition and mixing it with other music.
Our language is our identity, that's who we are, and that's how we stay connected in our own way, So that was kind of one of the things that was stripped from a lot of the communities through residential schools and the genocidal process here in North America. So a lot of the work that I do is revolved around healing that and helping people find their way through song. When you hear songs, and it brings you to a certain place of peace. And our songs are a form of prayer. And that's something that I've noticed that every culture has a connection to, is prayer. And to find that breaking point through different communities is really important to me, and it's something that I've noticed is very healing, and that connectedness and that togetherness for that split second kind of throws away all of that history for a split second, you know, and if there's a way that we can find a chance to move on, you know, we're constantly evolving. So, you know, we're always going to be coexisting from here on out. It's not like we can kick anyone out of these lands, you know, it's not like we're going to be eradicated even though they tried. We're here for the long run, and so aren't everyone else. So it's important to honor that and share space, share religion, share culture, share language. And for me, doing it through song and dance has been the best way possible for me.